Come on, you guys, get into work. Catch me a fish.
I'm on to it.
That's what we wanted. Now what do we do? And there's another one there too. We'll let him go and get another one. Want to work out which one feels bigger. I think this one feels bigger. It's always good when it's that many fish. It's pretty good catching them in Port Phillip Bay. Well, when it comes to catching snapper these days, it's all about technology. And here in Port Phillip Bay, the whole bottom of the bay is basically dead flat. It's like a billiard table. And the beauty is that all we do is drive along nice and slowly with the sounder running, and we just look for the marks. Because what happens is the snapper will show up as a red mark down at the bottom. So instead of the old days where you drive out, anchor up and burley and hope the fish come to you, now we drive and actually hunt the fish. Except you spend a little bit of time just driving around and you go mad just looking at the screen, I tell you. But it will help us catch a lot more fish. And that's the one crux of fishing, is that you fish on the fish. So you sit directly on top of them. And in this case, as soon as we see those little red marks, we're going to pull into the wind, anchor up, and we'll be sitting right on top of them, hopefully. Now, we found the mark, so the next step is turning that mark into a fish. That's the hard part. Come on, you guys, get into work. Catch me a fish.
I'm on to it.
The idea is what we want to do is, after we've marked the fish, is the basic principle is you set a fan of baits. So you set your baits to cover as much ground as possible, and that way the fish moving past, swim past, go, beautiful, lunch. Theoretically. Whether or not it happens in plan, we don't know. I suppose we should actually introduce our crew. We've got Mr. Club Marine, Greg's come on, and Dylan's come from the Complete Angle. They're meant to be at work, but now they're working properly.
Meant to be.
Yeah, meant to be at work. But what we're doing is, with the spread of baits, is that we're mixing them up. So we've got a whiting on there, we've got a pilchard on there, we're going to put a sour on there. So you sort of spread your options a little bit. And that way, like some days, fish are kind of like females, they get fussy and don't know what they want. So one day the pilchards are going to work really well, one day the whiting are going to be better. So if you spread them out, you cover all options, cover all bases, I suppose you could say. Now, just catch one, get the pressure off. And the whole thing is, why we've come down, Melbourne's my old stomping ground, you know, we've got a holiday place just there at Mount Eliza. I grew up, caught my first fish in Port Phillip Bay, and it was a flathead. And in those days, it was all flathead, you never catch snapper, and now, I want to show how different it is, and now, if you can see how many millions of boats there are behind us, it's ridiculous. You know, sorry, the guys are hooking something up in the background. First snapper?
Yeah.
There we go, didn't take long, did it? It's only a little one, eh?
Yeah, it's only a little one. It's a little pinky.
Well, that's what we want. Now, mightn't be the biggest fish, but it's still a snapper. And what's really important here is that, A, we're using circle hooks. So you hooked him in the corner mouth. See how the hook's just swinging around so we can see? See how it's in the corner there? Got another one on that side as well. No. And this is the thing, it's hooked right in the corner. So now, for letting it go, it's really nice and easy. You know, you can just there's no damage to the fish. He can swim off and get bigger, but we're on the board. There we go. Grow, little man, grow. Better one. That's what we wanted to see. You know, all that 5 o'clock starts, all those things I made you do. You can see the important thing is Greg's just consistent. Don't yank on the rod, pull on it and carry on. Just keep it nice and consistent. Keep that bend the whole time. Otherwise the hooks fall out. There we go. And always when you do it, just lead them in gently head first. And then you have a beautiful Port Phillip Bay snapper. Woohoo! Well done, mate. Now, we're going to do something different. We're going to let him go. Much to the pain of Club Marines, he might be starving, but they're lovely fish. She's all rowed up, ready to go. So, I'm going to do the gentle. That wasn't planned. Well, at least I swam off properly. I did the right job there. Well done, mate. Well done. You only lost one, you caught one. So that's one down. A few more to go. Port Phillip Bay, I like it now. It's a much better place. And now it's time for fish facts, thanks to the Complete Angler. There are more than 40 species of flathead, and they are found from outside the continental shelf to just 30 centimetres of water. The dusky flathead is the biggest and can grow to more than 1 metre in length and 15 kilos in size, whilst the yank flathead only manages a couple of kilos, or the sand flathead, which is just 1.5 kilos. Coming up after the break. That's what we wanted. Environmental tip, thanks to Club Marine, Australia's largest insurer of pleasure craft. It's great to see more and more anglers releasing snapper, especially the big ones. But it's really important to employ circle hooks when bait fishing. That way we'll ensure that we lip hook them and minimise any damage, and survival is great. Well, it's day 2. Now, we're a little bit slow on day 1, so I've upgraded my crew. Offload the guys from Club Marine, upgraded for the guys at Complete Angler. This time, Aaron's out with us. You on already?
I think so, mate. I'm getting a bit of a touch here.
We've only just put the gear in, and it looks like we're going to start. I'll tell you what, this one tipped before. Aaron's on, that's what we want to see. This one moved. Oh, it is. That's what we wanted. All day yesterday, and well, we were struggling. Poor old Tristan, our producer, just sat there going, McGlashan, you're full of it. And we came out, and I must admit, we're out earlier today too, and it's already a double hookup. Now, this is what Port Phillip Bay is all about, and that's what we came down here especially really to show you, is that you're right in probably, I don't know, probably the most fished bay, and yet we've got a double on already, the snapper everywhere. You saw how many boats were out yesterday. And we're on again. This is what I wanted to see. Look at this, Aaron's just got one up there. Lovely little fish. Well done, mate, well done. That's what we wanted to see. Lovely little snapper, probably 2.5 kilos. All ready to go. Now they come into the bay to spawn, so it's great to take a couple. It's also good to let a couple go. Come around this side here. Morning sunlight on him, and you just let him go. There we go. Kick. There he goes. Now, this is a missed bait. See there, we've just missed the fish, and you can see what he's done. He's just pulverised it. And it was actually while we were fighting all those other fish, another rod went off, and we just missed him. And you can see there is no doubt the snapper had that. So it's -1 for that one. But we're getting them. That's the important part. Load up again. Trying to bait up, rods are going off. You gotta love it when the snapper go. Feed it through like that. Get back up, so it sits there. Couple of half hitches to make it sit flat. And there you have it. Ready to go out. Oh, there's one about to hit that one too. We're just saying, talking about how Aaron was saying before, you know, put it out and it goes off straight away. We just cast this and straight away it's on. Now, this is the one we just put out, and as you saw, what we did was, an old mate of mine, Trev Hogan, you'll probably see later on, recommended, what you do is when you're using pilchards for bait, or burley in this case, is you use them for bait as well, and what you do is just cut the head off it and chuck it out. So, and it went off. So it's the old match the hatch. It worked a treat. Of course, Aaron's not doing as well over there. I think he's using whiting. Okay, maybe he's doing better. Oh, another one. Oh.
It's all happening now.
Now what do we do? destination profile for the tough and reliable Mitsubishi Triton. Port Phillip Bay is one of the largest enclosed bays in the world. While mostly flat and featureless, it is still a unique environment that is rich in life. However, it is every spring when the place comes alive, as the snapper migrate into the bay in massive numbers. With numerous boat ramps and easy access, it is a trailer boat angler's dream, where snapper to more than 10 kilos are caught every year. And best of all, since it's enclosed, it's calm, so you can get into the action with boats of all sizes. Remember to reel in the tough and reliable turbo diesel Triton at your local Mitsubishi dealer today. After the break, there's another one here. This is going off. A couple of nice fish there, but I think we should try and continue what we were saying before. We keep getting rudely interrupted by snapper. I want to work out which one feels bigger. I think this one feels bigger. It's always good when it's that many fish. Aaron's got a nice one there. Hooked up one here. Oh, there we go, another one's about to go. Is this right? He's hooked up another one. We've had, how many bites we had already today?
It's been non-stop since we got out here, hasn't it?
Put the gear in. We put the gear in the pro. We're trying to set the camera up. We're already on. Comes that one. Look at that. And look at this. And Aaron's got another one in the background there. You think of what we used to fish down here, you know, in the old days,
Exactly.
wasn't it? I mean, you've worked in the trade for, God, you've been there for years, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been a few years now.
When I started fishing as a kid, look at that, another one here too. Look at that, I'll just, oh. Now what do? Try to do a piece to camera about how good it is, the fishing and all that. And there's another one there too. I'll just leave that one there.
Oh, this one's gone as well.
Oh, bail arm's over.
I don't know where to look, mate. I don't know where to look.
It's like we're on there, we're on there, we're on there, they're on there. Look, there's one sitting there. I want to unhook this one. But it is, you know, we'll get these fish off, we'll catch another one, and then we'll continue. Look at this, another nice little fish, another little 2 kilo. What we want to promote is the little ones like this are perfect eating size. The bigger ones, they don't taste so good, they get a bit dry. So if you want to knock a few on the head, these little ones are great for it. And then the bigger fish, try and let them go. And as we're showing you, you do it quick and they'll swim off quite easily. Oh, come here, buddy. Well, Aaron fights that one. I'll unhook this one. All right, that's one way to let it go. It's another nice fish, Aaron, I tell you. I keep dropping them over the side, down hook. That's a nicer fish. Come here, buddy. Look at that. Beautiful, big, fat snapper. Oh, there we go.
Another rod going there. I'll grab that one.
Very good fish. That hit like hell. The one beside Aaron.
Another one going there.
There's 3 on there. That one's gone as well.
Can you see there? I'll come around this side. Have a look at this. We're trying to talk about the snapper there. We've hooked a nice one here. Aaron's got a lovely fish there. Which, do you want to let him go? Hang on, swing round. We'll let that one go while I fight. Now, Aaron, you might want to come and help me over here and put no boy. There's another one here. This is going off. A couple of nice fish there. But I think we should try and continue what we were saying before. We keep getting rudely interrupted by snapper. Is that this Port Phillip Bay, in the old days when it was scallop, they used to scallop dredge. And what they basically did was plough 2 tonne of steel across the bottom and it flattened it. And as a kid, like I'd never catch snapper. I worked so hard to catch a fish. Bail arm's going well on that one. And it was a real mission. And, Rex Hunt and a lot of people played a real important role, got rid of the scallop dredging, and the snapper fishing has just got better and better and better. And now you get fishing like this. You got a city, well, it's somewhere in the back there in amongst that smog. You can't quite see it. But as you saw the other day, how many boats come out? It is insane. I got 2 on again. While you're over there, Aaron, you can come wind this one up as well. Go and get onto that one. And this is, you know, and this is what, and that's why we came down here, especially to show it. A lot of people showing catching snapper fish over the years, but no one's really highlighting how good it is. You should be celebrating, you know, in a day where doom and gloom is all the issue, you know, world fisheries are dying, everything's in trouble. Here's one that's in suburbia and it's getting better. Every year it's getting better. Look at that, another one just goes off behind you there. Better boating tips for Hella Marine. Now, when it comes to anchoring, it's not just a matter of just putting the anchor straight down, particularly here in Port Phillip Bay. The trick is, first, mark the fish on the sounder. As soon as you mark them, swing into the wind and then drive upwind, probably about, if you're in deeper water, say 50 metres. If you're in the shallows, you don't have to go sort of, you know, 20 metres. Go up, then drop the anchor down and then you'll drift back. And it's all about timing. So as you come in, we've marked a fish there now, we've turned into the wind, we just pull it out of gear. And the advantage of using Trev's boat instead of bringing mine down is you get the electric. And you drop it down. On a calm day like this, it's also a good idea just to touch it in reverse, and that will help set you straight so that the minute you're down, it's perfect. On a windy day, it doesn't matter, it'll swing straight anyway. And then you check on your GPS to make sure you're in line. That way, you'll be straight on the fish. Coming up after the break, this is ridiculous, isn't it? It's just absolutely insane how good this fishing is. We've got a quiet moment, so we'll do our fish like the pros for the complete angler. Perfect time because we're not catching fish at the moment. The rig we're using is really simple. You got a main line, we're using mono because with a snapper braid, when you're fishing so many rods, they get tangled. So, small sinker, swivel, so it's a running sinker, short length of fluorocarbon leader, 30 pound in this case, down to a single circle hook. And that's it. And that way, you'll fish like the pros, the boys from the Complete Angler. This is ridiculous, isn't it? It's just absolutely insane how good this fishing is. All right, come here, buddy. Now, that's a nice fish. Now, I've got the net there and I still haven't even pulled it out. Still stuck in the cabin. Look at this. Oh, stay still, buddy. That is a beautiful snapper. Back home in Sydney, the guys would have gone bananas for this. And they keep going, why don't you go snapper fishing? I go, I'll go to Melbourne to catch snapper. Just amazing fishing. Look at that. No wonder everyone loves them. They're such a pretty fish. We'll let him go and get another one. Well, we won't even get another one, we'll just wind up another rod. It's another nice fish, Aaron, I tell you. Good fish. Yours sounds real nice over there. I think this is a nice fish. Where is he? It's hiding under the back. Oh, he's all right. He's going to go close to 4. Hang on, we're letting it go. We could say 5. I think a few people do that. Like, I might open the door for that one, slide that in there. Advantage of the old lever, I can just slip her in like that. Come here, buddy. Look at that, perfectly just pinned in the corner. Okay, look at this beautiful fish. I'll lean him down in there. I'll move this right out of your way for you. And look at that. And the key is don't chuck them in. Put them in gently like this. Give him a second to recuperate. There we go, buddy. And he's away. How good's that? Oh, well done, mate. That's what we wanted to see. A snapper on a plastic.
Squidgy jig head there, it's got him right in the corner of the mouth. He's just wolfed it down. Pretty little fish.
Oh, look at that, Aaron. Another one. Sun's coming up. I think he's been on the line a little bit long, this one. Have a look at that, eh? What a beautiful fish. Early morning sunlight, you've got to love these snapper. Whoop. That's pretty good catching them in Port Phillip Bay. Well, mate, tell you what, we promised it would work. We said, rightio, after yesterday's, well, I think disaster's the best word for it. We said, we're going back and we're going to do it. And I'll tell you what, that was the best fun I've had in years. What a hot little session.
Yeah, it ended up paying dividends, and it's amazing what bloody 24 hours can do, isn't it? You know, and you know we persisted. I guess.
A 4 o'clock start.
That's right, yeah, and getting up at the crack of dawn. But
and most importantly, bringing out the right people. So
right.
we said we'd come here, we'd show how those snapper are. Took us a little while, and I suppose that's something we should really point out is a lot of shows, they just catch fish. You don't. Even the best of the best don't catch them every day. But if you keep going out, you end up with a heap of fish.
That's right. It's bound to happen sooner or later.
Beautiful. Club Marine's tips of the week. Firstly, best time to fish, dawn and dusk. Secondly, fresh is definitely best when it comes to bait. And finally, use your sounder to locate the fish and then burley them up.